Well, hello there, and welcome to another Pokeball video, where today I have a bit of a special one for you, where today I'm gonna be creating a haunted landscape, including a haunted mansion, a canyon, a wizard meeting, and a little altar. As I already said, this is especially for Halloween. This was a bit of a rush project since I started building on this on Tuesday, and it had to be done 2 days later, including the editing and the uploading. I'm recording this like 1.5 hours before it's supposed to come out. I already recorded the real-time section before this, which is, well, later down this video. But first off, I have a time lapse for you of 34 minutes or so. So, I already cut a lot of stuff out, even though this is still quite a long time lapse. Well, 34 minutes is like the longest time lapse ever on the channel, and it's even 6 times sped up. So yeah, a lot of time went into building this, also into editing this. It just took a lot of time. For this project I used a lot of the new spooky pieces from update 2.7, including the haunted mansion, the little cauldrons, all the bones, and well, a few more things like the treasure chest. I didn't use the zombie heads, the pumpkins, or the well, I did use the cauldrons a little bit, but not much. But I didn't actually use the witch clothes, even though you see me doing an attempt at it, at a forest witch. But I don't end up using a forest witch at all, just the garden. I also use a few wizards, because there are no witches in this game, except for the forest witch, which doesn't really look much like the witch I had in mind. And for the haunted mansion, I also use all the gravestones and stuff. Well, really just all the graveyard pieces. I don't actually use the new spooky trees because they look more like fake trees, like they are meant for some kind of a stage or something, but not really for a really spooky build. So I ended up using swamp trees, even though, well, not the actual thing that are called swamp trees in this game, but they are part of the mist category, but they just look like they belong in the swamp category. I also, right now you see me building in ultra settings. The real-time section will be in high settings with really low frames, because I placed a lot of grass and a lot of trees in this build. The builds themselves, like the really special landmarks in this build, don't really even cause that much lag. Really just the grass in the canyon especially, and the grass and trees in the forest are really the things that hurt my FPS the most. I also had some people ask me if this was my challenge entry for the We Don't Go There challenge, which is currently the spooky challenge that is going on in the Pocketbuild Discord, which you can join in the description. But it's unfortunately way too big, because the maximum was 25 large tiles, I thought. But anyways, this one is 42 large tiles. And probably not even loadable for most people, since, well, an iPad with 2018 is a very strong mobile device, and most people don't have one like this. There are a few devices that are stronger on mobile, like the iPad Pro, or you could just use a PC, but most people just play this on mobile since there are better creative PC games than build for, well, just a little higher price. We're almost done with the terrain now. Right now I'm placing the last few cliff edges. After that I'm gonna build a bridge. It's not gonna be the most a solid bridge ever, because I want it to look kind of scary to walk on. It's kind of like a hanging bridge with 3 supports, since a hanging bridge for a cliff this wide, I mean a canyon this wide, doesn't really exist in this game, so I ended up going with this. I tried something with the farm fences here, but they didn't really work, so I chose some different fences. The fence I actually used are fences I never used before because I never really built like this in a spooky way. Because Hades Fortress, you could count it as spooky, but it's really, really different from this. It's like a big old fortress out of stone in a lava island, surrounded by a lot of, well, volcanoes and stuff. It's just a lot more solid and stuff. It's like the hell, basically the Greek underworld, but this is more like a Transylvanian spooky area. But that's gonna do it for this commentary over this time lapse. For now, I'll leave you alone with the music, and I'll see you in a real time section. Bye bye. And here we are in the real-time section. My frames are non-existing, that's why I could probably not reload this, so that's why I'm recording the real-time section before the commentary instead of after it. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a tour, really, to show you what I've built and stuff. You haven't really seen a time-lapse of this forest, just a few screenshots in a sort of stop-motion way. That's because I don't think it would be really interesting to watch me building the forest for like 4 hours, which would be very close to 40 minutes or something like that. And I wasn't the only one who built this forest. Anouk did like half of it, even more probably, because I really didn't have much time, and she did. So she built a lot of these trees. At least half of these screenshots you saw there were from her. So Anouk also makes pocket build videos, so if you want to check her out, her link is in the description. But let's jump into first person. First we're gonna tour in day, and after that in night. We are right now at the back of the mansion in the graveyard. Ignore that there's just the sea around here, so I can't really do much about it, because I just have this footprint. If I would make it any bigger and even build a wall here, my iPad would just die. As you can see, I used a lot of the new spooky pieces. That's also what I want to use them for, like one separate build. I didn't want to make a real big spooky series, since I already have Hades Fortress going at this point. So, and let's walk out, since well, there isn't really much to see. Actually, I did remove the fire on top of the house because it was causing lag. It was crashing also when I before I removed some grass in the canyon here. It really just made the world crash even on low settings. I'm right now in high, and I don't have a lot of frames, but it doesn't crash at least. I would have liked to make this forest way denser, with more grass and more bushes on the ground, but I just couldn't, because, well, as I already said, my iPad is already nearly dying. Let's take this side road here. That leads us to the wizards, with their little tower that isn't really a tower anymore. I don't know why I can see through it, but okay. Anyway, I used one of the new, what are they called again? Cauldrons for this, little place in the woods here. I just wanted to find a use for this, and I did. That's basically the whole focus of this place, just this little cauldron here with green fire in it, which does also give a bit of light. Only the flames itself, the green color, are from the cauldron itself. The green light is just from a street lantern that I put in there. Just like in the tower, I also put a street lantern, but you can't really see that in the first person. I also put just a lot of green lights around the place here. Now let's walk back a bit and turn it to day mode again. And if you walk a bit further down the path, you will find this little sidewalk that leads you to this little open place here, with one of these new treasure chests with a mouth in it with teeth and a tongue and stuff. And these two forest gardens that I put a dragon skull on. And a lot of bones and stuff. And for this place I chose blue lighting, because every part of this map that isn't just trees does have lighting, and every part has a different color. This place has blue lighting, that one has green, and the mansion over there, let's see, where is it? there somewhere, but you can't really see it from this place, is red. So let's go there now and just take a look at it at night. You can already see that I put some lights in the statues here. I didn't use 2 Grim Reapers because I didn't like the looks of one of these. I don't even know what they are called again in English. That one of these was hanging over the path here. So I used one of these and one of these. And I really want to sell that spooky red color here. I first had the fire, of course, on the roof just to make it look like the house was on fire, but it caused too much lag, so yeah. Now let's take a look at the canyon. Oops. As you can see, there's quite a lot of detail here. Just pretend like we are using these. And as you can see, there's quite a lot going on. You have these hanging cages, these giant bones, rocks, and of course a lot of grass with bones in them, and a few coffins. Some bones are overgrown by vines, and we have this little hanging bridge. Well, here are some spears sticking through the ground and some spikes down there. And here are the supports of the bridge. Here are a few more bones, vines, coffins and stuff. Here's the actual skull. And if you go up here, you will find that there is nothing but trees. That's basically this whole world, really. A lot of trees, a mansion, a little wizard meeting, and that little altar. That's gonna do it for the first person part. Let's see, this is the way to get it out of first person. Here is a little top down view. Let's self-destruct this guy. As you can see, there is quite a lot of space between the special places. I didn't want them to be too visible from each other. I didn't want to have like you were standing here and you could just clearly see this here. I just wanted it to be a separate place, really. Let's just give you a quick night overview. As you can see, really different lighting every area. Just what I was basically going for. But anyway, that's gonna do it for the real-time parts. Now we'll follow some cinematics, and after that the outro screen. I'll see you later. Bye. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the real-time part. Now let's jump into the cinematics. That's gonna do it for the special Halloween video. I'll see you later. Bye.